I watched hundreds of hours of college basketball this season, so you didn't have to, and we're getting down to the point where there's not that many hours left to watch. I don't need to tell you what's on the line with this one, so let's jump right into it. The Spartans have a tall task ahead of them taking out the overall #1 seed. If you're hopeful of a Spartans win, take some solace in the fact that Wojcik wasted no time celebrating, and the assistant coach of the year in the Big Ten was already on the sideline scouting for the next game before the first media timeout. Let me start by saying that Dylan Cardwell is a bad man. I know that Janai Broome gets a lot of credit. Cardwell has to be one of the strongest players in the entire country, and he has one of the best plus minuses as well. Here's him coming down with a board in the middle of 4 Michigan players and then kicking it out to Pettiford, who hits the step back. And then here he is locking up Danny Wolf and just doesn't give up an inch and ends up getting the strip that goes off Danny's leg and out of bounds. And look at him just slowly walk a 7-footer Danny Wolf right under the hoop, and then he just grabs this offensive board. Alright, I think I'm going to have to make a separate video on this guy, but the point is Michigan State's going to have to put a body or two on him. I wouldn't be surprised if a guard has to come down and try to affect his ability to get a rebound and a kick out, because Auburn was killing Michigan with that. I think Michigan State's going to let Janai shoot a couple threes early and hope they don't go down, because that's about the easiest he can make it on the defense, because if he catches it anywhere close near the cup, chances of something good happening for Auburn are very high. Cheddar did a nice job here forcing him to catch it a little bit further away from the hoop. Michigan State can't get caught ball watching once the ball goes up, and I know for a fact they're not going to allow 18 offensive rebounds or Janai Broome to repeatedly get tip-ins after his own misses. I will say that Auburn leaves windows of opportunity and plays sloppy basketball at times, but when they have to bear down, it's very clear that they're able to. Here's a sequence that Michigan turns it over, Auburn turns it over back, and then Michigan turns it over again. I just don't see Michigan State making those similar mistakes. With Auburn's shot selection, there are going to be some long rebounds, and there's going to be opportunities for Michigan State to run. It's not going to be like Ole Miss where they were constantly getting back on defense. There could be a pace that Michigan State likes to play at, but that's a pace that Auburn likes to play at as well. The onus of preparation is really on Auburn because they're switching from a team that was entirely front court dominated with their 2 top scorers to a team that all 3 of their top scorers are guards. It's hard to change the focus with just a day in between games, where Michigan State just played a team that they really needed to focus on the same things they'll focus on against Auburn. And it's nice that they just got a crash course in dribble penetration and were able to break through the Ole Miss defense. These Michigan State guards are going to have to get into the chest of Cardwell and Broome to try to get him in foul trouble, because obviously Auburn does have the advantage in the front court. The tough thing is Auburn's stout defensively with their guards as well. One nice thing is that Michigan got killed on their drop coverage, and that's really when Auburn pulled away. And then they ended up switching everything because they were getting killed on the drop, but it was really too late, and then Auburn just killed that as well. Michigan State's going to be in a tough spot because if they hedge too hard, then the bigs are going to dive and get really good position down low. So I think that Michigan State's going to handle it like they did here against Ole Miss, where Cooper just plays in the gap the absolute best he can, and then they're just going to have to live with the result. My heart's too in it to give a prediction on this one, but Michigan State's going to have to play by far their best game of the year to pull out this win.